2016 Honda CRV 1.6 diesel for maintenance, normal service, oil filter, and little tab here, oil filter, and the pollen filter. All right. So that's how we open the hood. Handy. All right, let's get cracking. Some winter screen wash concentrate, a little bit of water, and a little bit more. It's one part. This one is one part of this fluid, and 3 parts of water. Then you get -10. It will be enough for this winter. And more or less 3 parts of water. Alrighty, I can hear it's almost full, so don't overfill it, else it will spill out and the tube. The first connection is always weak, so yeah. Today we'll be using the P7022 Bosch oil filter. Takes this adapter, 76 millimeters in diameter and 12 teeth. So it's this shape. This is a nice little fit. Without, it's pretty yeah, you can do it with a strap, but would recommend buying this adapter. Pretty good. And for the cabin filter, we have the nip ports, J1344010 actually. If you light inside the brake fluid can, you'll see it's at minimum almost. But before you fill it, you want to check out the brakes. If they're almost gone, then you shouldn't be filling it up. And I don't know if you can see it from over here. These ones are 5-6 millimeter on the outside at least, and over here it's same story. So yeah, we'll fill it up just a little bit until half, not full, because when you will put the new brake pads on in the summer, probably you'll overfill it and it will spill everywhere. Just a little bit. I will try not to spill. It will be a close call. Yeah, I'm gonna use my other tool, this one laying around. If you use something like this, always write on your I forgot the words in English. Write on there that it's for brakes, for nothing else, because I also have some for airco, the AC dye fluid. So yeah, 2 more squeezes and that will be fine. Put the cap back on so dust doesn't fall in. And why do we do this? To keep the sensor in the back from saying that the tank is empty or too empty when the brake pads go even down a little bit more. So now I know that it will be okay. And when the brake pads need to be changed and you push the calipers back, the fluid level will rise, but not so much that it will overflow if you want. All right, swap out, change the oil. You always, you always want to check before being interrupted. You want to check out your oil level before changing the oil. Tells you a lot about what's been happening to the engine. And as you can see here, it's dropped a little bit. I don't know when it was changed the last time. It's a diesel, so don't worry. It's always it always will be black after a couple of thousands of miles on the engine. Even if you fill it up with a new one and you let the engine run for like a couple of seconds, even it will turn brown black. It's because of the carbon deposits in the engine. It's normal. All right, so nothing special to see here. Let's continue and measure the water for the freezing point. All right, so we can already tell the fluid, coolant fluid, seems pretty well colored and thick, so This is looking like a minus 40 and more even. Alright, so if you ever need to fill it up, just use plain water, distilled water, whatever that you have on hand. Plain water will do. It's a closed circuit, it's okay. Alright, next, drop the oil. Make sure the level is between minimum and maximum. It's maybe handy to take notes or draw a line somewhere. So next time if you see it's dropped significantly, you know there's something wrong with the system or with the container or with the system. So handy tip. All right, drop the oil. To start your maintenance adventure, make sure you have a good jack, because I have the lift here, but as you can see there's a little bit of a height difference between the car and jacking points and the floor, the lift if you will. Look at the clearance you have over there with the plastic protection stuff. Yep, make sure you have a jack that goes high enough. All right, dipstick out, forgot to tell you. So you it's visible that you need to fill up the oil, something like this. That's clear that you need to fill up the oil, so you don't forget it. Don't ask me why I do that. I never forgot it, but it has been close. Let's take off the service plate, protection plate, sub protection plate. All right, just a Parker Phillips head. Yeah, so all these ones, you know the drill. You know the drill. You didn't see that one coming, did you? Of course you know the drill. It's Black & Decker. By the way, super satisfied of this Black & Decker drill. I have it for like 8 years I think now. Same batteries and everything. Good stuff. Even on YouTube they often say bad things about Black & Decker. I do not agree. Yes, looks like 19 perhaps. Let's check it out. Take off the drain plug. I'm gonna loosen up the oil filter, and this one takes the old one takes a different adapter, 76 millimeters in diameter, and as well, and 14 sides. Yeah. All right, and this fits on perfect. This is the most common adapter for yeah, a lot of filters. Hopla. There you go. Wanna make sure it's loose enough so we can turn it by hand. Yeah, it's kind of a tough spot, so it cannot be too loose, else it will drip on our precious self and floor. All right, so we can dispose of that adapter. Put on the one for the new filter. Very tidy, right? And this one is a 17 millimeter. Yep, changed my mind. All right, lefty loosey. Bam, there we go. Don't forget your oil pan. And let's take it out. The engine is a bit cold, so it won't be flying out. In ideal circumstances, it would be warm or hot, even, but yeah. It's winter time. It's a diesel, and there are other customers waiting. So, but if it's your car, I would suggest to ride it to the gas tank station. There we go. And by the time you're back, it's perfect. It will drain out faster. But yeah, you can also leave it with cold oil. Leave it sitting, draining here for like an hour or two. So yeah, that will be the same effect. All right, let's get a new washer on there and continue.
Hey, Baba.
Something very simple. You can see this side is perfectly flat. This was the side that was pressing against the sump. So there's a little indentation you see here, so we cannot reuse that side, technically speaking. But as this side is large and wide, I'll leave my light off, we can take the side with the indentation and put it on the bolt, so it will seal perfectly on the bolt, and we have a new side to press against the sump. Quick little tip, there we go. Turn the oil filter loose a couple of times until you reach that draining effect, and let it sit for yeah, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We can fill our tires up with air. Yeah. So it seems to be 2.4 bars for the front, 2.3 bars for the back, the rear. Yep. Alrighty. Yeah, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. Everything has drained out. First thing that we do is to tighten the drain plug. Yep. And the specs, that will be, I think, 20-25 Newton meters, something like that. You can look for it, but yeah, you get the feel of it. And now we're gonna undo the oil filter and perhaps wipe off that little bit of oil. Yep. Alright, so I like to put the old oil filter in the cardboard box of a new one. I'll loop this lip here with some old oil. So let's take some old oil, of course without sand or anything in it. Yep. So now the seal is properly lubed up. It will be easier to deinstall next time. Although this one was also pretty good. It wasn't too hard to take apart. Alright. A real OEM Honda filter. Seems to be nice. Okay, once the filter drips, we can put in the cardboard box and voila. So it stands up, you see. You don't have to worry about it falling on the floor or tilting or whatever. We'll leave this drip out a little bit, and of course something pretty important you want to check out if there's a rubber ring on here. Sometimes the rubber seal of the filter stays on there, and then if you would screw your new filter on there, you would have two seals on top of each other, and then you will have a leak, guaranteed. And there we go. Yes. Yeah, it's always doing the cross threads, please. Should go in like this, spin freely until you reach the point of contact. You can see this is the point of contact, so we just turned it and made contact with the ring, and this is a flat seal. That means you should go 1/4, 2/4, 3/4 of a turn. So to this point you can make a marker somewhere. Yeah, it's this point right here. This point should be at this point. So let's do that. Don't step in the oil. I once saw a teacher do that at school. It was one of the greatest days of my life, I think. Never had such a laugh. So 1/4 of a turn, 2/4 of a turn, 3/4 of a turn. That will be it, and you'll feel the torque on the seal, you will feel it. You can turn it a bit further, but you will crush the seal too much then, and it will leak as well. So no, just do as they tell you. All right, let's continue. Tight, checked, tight. Put the plate back on. And there we go. Bolts go back in, and we'll say 10 Newton meters will be fine. Oh. Yep. And there we go. Yeah, my bit wasn't perfect, but no harm was done. All right, let's continue. For this Honda, we need 0W30, full synthetic. Yep, with the latest Honda additives, and what a coincidence, we have that right over here. Let's continue. Liters. It says right on the cap, use ACEA, sorry, C2 oil. So as you can see, we have that over here because might as well show it extra, because I always say you can look it up on the Crown Oil website, but yeah, there seem to be comments. Yeah, and this is a weird position, so I'm gonna put this in my measuring can, and it takes almost the whole can, because this is 5 liters, so I need 4.7. Easier because the oil can come out at a different stupid tempo. Can like this, you get the air faster inside the can. If you hold it like this, you will be in for the cluck 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 game. Oh, this is a bit easier, as you can see. Oil fill can, pretty handy. Order one on Amazon if you don't have one. Beats having the engine bay full of fresh oil. And it's quite costs. It costs a little bit these days because of all the world economics and the blah blah blah. While the oil is draining, blah, blah, we can also loop the hinges. I already drained the oil, but yeah, forgot to tell you. This is a good idea if you have a little time to kill. Always loop the hinges anyway, so that way. Oh, look at that! Nice, 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 nice. Alrighty, time. Let's do it. It's behind this glove box. Just push this little tab, soft close system, and push the two sides of the glove box in. Yeah, it's no problem. And over here we have our cabin filter, and there seems to be a plastic thing. Yeah, dispose of that. And of course, here we have our two tabs on cabin filter lid, and there we have the cabin filter. Easy cheesy. And yep, it was right in time. So obviously the airflow airflow is from top to the bottom. All right, Honda part as well. And now we're gonna install the nip parts filter. Easy cheesy. If you get the plastic open. Haha. I win. Yeah, tough plastic. Cool. So we put in our new filter. Yepla. And oh. Yep. Maybe I should put it in right. Yeah, that will be better. Yepla. So goes in like that. Mind the airflow, so it's easy. The first lip should be catching the air, as you can see. And there are also arrows on the filter, so no problem at all. And the lid goes perfectly on there. And then push the sides in again. And don't forget to install your soft close thing here. And there we go, it's done. All right, let's start the engine and check the oil level. Yeah, oil lights just went out very quickly. Good sign. It might stay on a little bit longer when you just replace the filter. I started the car but the battery died, so off the camera I mean. All right, a couple of seconds. Oil pressure is okay. Let's now check the oil level. Wipe the dipstick clean and let's check it. Of course, there's some oil still falling to the bottom, so we're just below maximum, and all the oil that's in the top will fall to the bottom in the sump. We will be at maximum, or even a little bit higher maybe, but that's perfect. All right, so as you can see, it's already turning black. If you let the engine run for a couple of minutes, it will be pretty much brown, black already. That's normal, as I told you before in the video. All right, so all the hinges lubricated, everything checked, and this is fine. Maybe one point, this one, the fluid for the clutch is okay, but it's looking a little bit brown, so it might be time to change that fluid in time before your clutch starts sticking if you have manual transmission. All right, that being said, I'll do that off camera. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next adventure. All right. Do it fast. If you don't have the tools or anything, just take a syringe or something, suck out the old fluid and put a bit of new fluid in, so that way if you do it with every service, every maintenance, you'll always have this much of a new fluid in the system, and it will be lasting way longer. All right, if you want to do it the good way, then you can at the cylinder right over there, that's the slave cylinder, you can bleed the system. This is a separate line, so all the contamination comes from just this line, so you want to keep it fresh, and yeah, the hoses will break down a little bit over time, so yeah, make sure you're running with good fluids. All right.